Okay, so we're back to put this potato crusted halibut with the red bell pepper coulis together. Come on over to the stove for a second. So the halibut came out of the oven. It's been sitting for maybe a couple minutes right now. Take a look at the red bell pepper mixture. That's coming along nicely. Bell peppers have softened up. That has been a total. Now, clearly, these are rather large dice, rather large cut. So that will certainly determine how long it takes for these things to simmer, for you to get these softened up enough so that you can actually give it a puree. So this was about maybe 11 minutes or so on a simmer. Now we tasted it earlier, it tasted pretty good. Let's bring it over here and I'll show you how to puree this mixture. So for those of you who have a immersion blender at home, certainly go ahead and use it. If you don't, you can use a food processor, or you can also use a blender. Either way works fine. The immersion blender and the blender will probably give you a slightly finer puree as opposed to the food processor, but nevertheless, it'll get the job done. So here we go. It's going to be a really, really beautiful color. Nice, vibrant red, orange, not washed out at all. Now we're going to want to add cream to this. We certainly can. Now would be a good time to add some cream, just to give it a little more richness. Or we can certainly, as we've done in the past with a couple of other sauces, we've added some whole butter and mounted that, right? And again, that term is monte au beurre. Also another opportunity to add richness to the sauce. And we're going to leave the sauce just as is, actually. All right, we're good. So we can bring this over to the plate. They look great on the white plate. Got a fish. Right on top of that right there. Now some of you have done a really nice job with regard to adding some different vegetables and starches with your dish. This is clearly a dish that does not need starch, because the potatoes are there already has the starch. So maybe a nice little sauteed spinach would be good, or some mushrooms with the spinach would be great. But that's basically the dish. So that's the red bell pepper coulis. So we've got a few more sauces we're going to put together for this segment. So stay with us. We'll be back.